Alrighty guys, what's going on everybody? Hope everyone is doing good out there. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone's having a great evening out there. Glad to have you guys here for another update, my friends. We got ourselves a bit of nasty weather coming in here regarding a couple days worth of severe weather that we're going to need to be looking out there for. Unfortunately, it does look to be a pretty decent setup as we're going to be seeing here in a moment. But anyways, my friends, once again, I hope everyone's doing good. Like I said, hope everyone is doing well. Let's go ahead and see who we got here for today. We got ourselves TRG, we have Alice, we have Mothman, we have Tiffany, we have Caden, we got Lulu, we have Mary, we have Crystal, Luzia. Let's see, we have Brian, we have Brooklyn, we have, let's see, Alex. We're going to scroll down to the bottom here. We got James. Let's see here. We got Kidstorm coverage, Darian. Catman, what's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing good. And everybody else who is joining us, and obviously also the people who are not chatting. We do actually got ourselves, that's interesting, we just got a new severe warning. We do have a little bit of a frontal passage going through Florida tonight. Just driving a little bit of potential of, some strong storms. Actually, no severe weather is expected tonight, but, because we do have a thunderstorm risk out here. But we are not expecting any severe weather, but obviously we do have a couple severe storms going on. So heads up towards Ocala, Florida. We just got a severe warning. These are going to be low end, even if we do get warnings. Ignore the dogs. They're always going crazy, dude. I tell you what, this time of the night, they're like always nuts. Like, but anyways, yeah. So just a heads up out there towards like Ocala area. Just want to go ahead and let y'all know that. St. Augustine also as well is inside of this, but we'll definitely, like I said, not expecting much severe weather tonight. But anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and dive our way over here into the SPC. Then we're going to dive into some models. We're going to take a look and see what we can expect here regarding severe weather here for later on this week, actually. So let's go ahead and hop you guys over here to the full screen. We're going to take a look here at the Storm Prediction Center regarding the potential for severe weather. So coming up here, actually starting on Thursday. So Thursday is the day it's going to be starting here. We do got ourselves a 15% risk out there for severe weather. So out there by like central Kansas, we have like western Oklahoma, north central Texas. We do got ourselves a 15% risk here regarding severe weather. So we're going to need to be a little extra weather aware here for these regions on Thursday. Once again, north central Texas. This does include areas like Wichita Falls, Lawton, Oklahoma. I have no idea how you say that one. Salina, Kansas, and Hutchinson, Kansas as well. So just keep it out there for it, my friends. A bit of severe weather coming up for Thursday. Now, the severe weather threat will continue actually into Friday, which Friday it's going to be pushing a little more to the northeast out there. So like central eastern Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, portions out there in central and northern Missouri, eastern Kansas, eastern Nebraska, a lot of central southern Iowa, and western portions of Illinois. So we'll definitely be looking out there for severe weather coming up for Friday. I think Friday, maybe even Saturday, is going to be some of the big days regarding severe weather. As of right now, we do not have any other day after that. Predictability is too low. If it was to be a no severe concern, it would be potential too low, but it is predictability too low. So that is, that's just what we're going to have to continue watching, because I do think it will continue on here into Saturday. Mark, dude, thank you so much, man, for the $10 super chat, dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, dude. These dogs, man, I tell you what. But thank you so much, Mark. That's awesome, dude. Saying, well, another late fee. Mark, like I said, dude, you don't have to pay anything. You don't. You really do not have to donate or anything like that, my friend. I really appreciate it, though, dude. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, man. You absolutely rock there, Mark. So thank you, thank you. Big shout out goes to you. But anyways, Brian says, hey, Andrew, have I seen the latest 500 millibar Euro model for the week? Like mid-jet stream, I have been peeking on it. I've been looking at it. Let's actually bring up the models. That's actually one of the things I wanted to do. I don't know if this will line up very well. Oh, lines up perfectly. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at some of these models. I guess we'll start with the jet stream, just to kind of see where the system lies overall. We're going to have to go back to a model run for the long range Euro, because yeah, the way the European model works is you have you have a short range model run, and then 6 hours later you have a long range model run. They go short range, long range, short range, long range. Jesus, dude, these dogs are like driving me nuts. Dude, like, what is going on? Here, give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can shut them up. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So apparently, my brother said that they're just playing, but they are like absolutely crazy. Anyways, let's see here. Anyways, y'all, but yeah, let's pick up where we left off here. So yeah, like I was saying, we do have ourselves the, like I said, the jet stream. We have ourselves that shortwave trough that does kind of kick up here for pretty much the 25th going into the 26th, which is Thursday going on into Friday here. Like I said, we do have ourselves that low pressure system that does develop across, pretty much the Rockies and then rolls its way in there towards like the Central Plains and all. For this system, honestly, it is definitely looking a little bit interesting here. Like I said, regarding like the potential, instability and stuff like that in the atmosphere. I mean, if we take a look here at the GFS model, we're hopping over here to the GFS here. You can actually see here we get all this advection, all this moisture that starts rolling its way up there. I mean, look at that widespread instability here coming up for Friday. This is for late Friday here. Like I said, it's going to start Thursday. The models are still a little iffy about Thursday. At least the GFS is regarding that cap, because the models. Well, this model shows a pretty heavy cap in place. So if you don't know what a cap is, it basically is a layer in our lower atmosphere which prevents thunderstorms from happening, right? So, like I said, that could be, honestly, just a little bit of a problem. But like I said, typically the GFS does have an issue with this in the long range. But yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that. But anyways, so it really does look like, though, for Friday, that cap breaks, and like I said, we have widespread instability going all the way up there potentially to the upper Midwest. Like I was saying, for Friday's risk out there, we do have ourselves a decent amount of areas, throughout portions of Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, and Iowa. So like I said, this instability does really work its way up there, which you can actually see that low pressure system over there in southeastern Nebraska popping up there. You can see that swirl going on there, which is definitely, definitely pretty strong low. So then, of course, this will likely continue on over here into actually late Saturday as well. As you can see, right now, like I said, we don't have a risk regarding Saturday's commute. For right at this moment. But, like I was mentioning here, I do think that eventually, let's go and bring up my pin here. I do think eventually we will probably grab a risk for those regions. And I think, honestly, the most widespread of the severe weather is going to be happening here for Saturday, which, here, let's see. My pin here is having a bit of issues. Let's go ahead and try to reload this up here. But, yeah. Is my weather radio going off? No. Nope, no. I don't got my weather radios plugged in. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and hop on over here. Oh, man. What's up, Hopman? Hope you're doing good, man. Let's see here. Checking, making sure I didn't miss any comments. Okay, we're good. So yeah, but anyways, y'all. So yeah, we're gonna have to watch out for this even in the Saturday here. Like I was saying, we do have ourselves a pretty good amount of instability. Unstable air building its way into a lot of portions of like the Midwest and like the Western Ohio Valley and stuff like that too. Overall. Now, if we overlay the winds, like I said, here for late Saturday, the low level winds isn't too bad. Like I said, we do have ourselves, a decent lower level jet of about 30, 40 knots, pretty widespread throughout that instability, which in some cases, I think there could be some tornadic activity. Lower level winds is very important for tornado development. Let's see our mid-level winds here as well. Honestly, a little bit more on the weaker side. Not as strong of mid-level winds, but I still think things could definitely still get organized fairly well, considering we're just shy of 50 knots for the most part, which that is enough. It should honestly do the trick here overall. That lower level jet really does strengthen, though, into early Sunday. Let's see. I don't think there's going to be any instability. Well, there is, but it's very much capped out there. So we'll have to see, if it does continue. But yeah, so even into late Sunday, I mean, maybe there could still be enough instability. At this point, we're a little far down in time. But honestly, yeah, probably late Sunday would be a little more concerning, considering that low right there develops. We get that surface low over like Nebraska, really amplifying those lower level winds across the Midwest, which if we overlap that, you can see those are our strongest winds there. And if we overlap that instability, there's definitely a little bit of capping inversion, but there's a lot of breaks as well, potentially going through with, anywhere between 1 to 2,000 joules per kilogram of instability, which that is considered a lot of energy in the atmosphere, a decent amount of instability, in which that will definitely have no problem getting severe weather popping off there. That's what I'm honestly a little concerned about, to be honest with you guys. Yeah, is that trough there. You can see that big dip in the jet stream, amplifying those winds here. Maybe even for like I said, Sunday, we'll have to continue watching. It actually looks like a double trough here. We got our first trough going in from Thursday and Friday, and then shortly following another trough here, which could drive some more severe weather. It's kind of a little two-system kick here, which like I said, we'll definitely need to watch out for it. Let's see here. We're going to bring up the instability and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's a pretty big cap according to the GFS here to develop. Let's see. For late Friday, yeah, we got a pretty decent jet across the Midwest again. The instability is a little offset, though. I'm going to grab a sounding. Let's just grab one across, like, Oklahoma just to kind of see kind of where we're at in the atmosphere. I'm not expecting you guys to know everything on this map here, but okay, so give it a sounding like this here. Let's go ahead and full screen this for you guys so you can see the full thing. I know it looks a little scary. This is what we call an atmospheric sounding. So basically what we got going on in here, so this is our winds. This is all you really need to look at right now. This is our wind profile. So this is ground level, this is upper atmosphere. So our winds are changing directions slightly. I don't know if y'all see that. So at the surface, the winds are kind of moving relatively to the north here. And as you go up in altitude, the winds actually change their direction a bit, as you can actually see. So it's that change in wind direction that can actually get some supercells and some rotating thunderstorms going. So that's something we'll need to look out there for. Also, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get into it really, but definitely a hail threat. If really large hail could be a big problem with this here. Maybe even a bit of damaging wind gusts and stuff like that. It does look like a triple threat here for Friday across like Oklahoma. Let me try eastern Kansas. We're just going to grab a sounding over here in eastern Kansas just to kind of see what's going on there. Let's see here. So kind of similar, yeah. So that turning motion in our lower atmosphere is going to result in the potential of a couple supercells and some tornadoes, unfortunately. So we'll have to watch out there for that. Hail. Still a little bit of a concern there. I mean, we got some pretty decent lower level moisture supplying the storm with the water vapor it needs. DCAPE, which is our downwards energy. It's could support some damaging wind gusts, probably between like 60 and 70 miles per hour. So, obviously should be taken with a grain of salt. Let me try eastern Nebraska here. We're just going to grab a little sliver up there, just east of that surface low, just to kind of get a view of what's going on with that. So we'll take a look and see what is going on there. Okay, so first of all, yeah, so in this environment, honestly, there is upper level instability. There's not a whole lot of energy, though. So I should really say, in our lower atmosphere, there's not a lot of surface. Well, there is a decent amount, actually. But what I was going to say here is that actually, like I said, our dew point spread from our ambient temperature is actually pretty wide. So not as much of a moisture thing was kind of where I was going with that there. Crystal, thank you so much. Member for 16 months. Tropical Storm Team, thank you so much. Crystal, appreciates it. Wow, 16 months. Thanks to Andrew for everything you do. You're very welcome, my friend. I'm glad to help out, Crystal. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Let's see. What's up, Roadster? Hope you're doing good. Let's go and see here. Let's see. What's up, Darian? Hope you're doing good, man. Glad to have you here. Let's see. Luzia says, Andrew, do I think Chicago will see any severe weather from Friday to Sunday? So we'll have to continue watching the models. I mean, here for Saturday, maybe late Saturday, we could have enough instability to maybe spark off some storms out there near towards Chicago, northern Illinois. I'm not too sold on it yet. I mean, obviously, let's hop back a model run here. Okay, so the models are a little consistent. They are, okay, so they're a little consistent. You can see the previous model run before that does not show any instability there. So right now the confidence is low, but maybe here for Saturday, we could get a little bit of some storms. But like I said, we'll just have to watch. We'll just have to watch out there. We'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, no, I do think it's possible. I definitely do think it is possible here. Like I said, this will continue into Sunday, maybe Monday. Like I said, at this point, we're getting pretty far down and fetching the models, which is a little too far for my liking. I really don't like to look far into models because you know what happens if you look too far. The consistency of accuracy quickly drops, in which obviously, you should be taking it more and more lightly the further you go out, essentially. But yeah, so like I was mentioning, though, I mean, yeah, we get all that warm air, starts rolling its way up here into the southern plains here, really building in that instability and all that stuff here, overall. And like I was saying, for late Thursday, that's the beginning of the event here. Once again, across these areas, we do have that 15% risk out there for severe weather. Let me go ahead and bring up the Storm Prediction Center for you guys. So that is for Thursday. So yeah, as of right now for Thursday, heads up towards like Wichita Falls, Lawton, Oklahoma, however you say that one, Salina and Hutchinson, Kansas. Just a bit of a heads up for y'all. We got to keep an eye out there for it. We'll definitely be weather aware those days, and we'll do some coverage for you guys. Friday, like I said, that'll carry on as that trough moves or that low pressure system works its way up here to the northeast here, which will be driving up a bit more instability. Here for pretty much late Friday, as you can see, kind of afternoon, maybe into the evening of Friday, kicking up possibly some widespread severe weather, going all the way out there towards the Midwest, the Central Plains, Southern Plains. You can see that swirl from that low pressure system there, which, yeah, I mean, definitely could be something to keep an eye out there for. Once again, the low level winds on this is pretty strong as well. That's leading me to concern that there could be, like I said, some tornadoes and stuff like that. So, we'll definitely need to watch out for that. Also, mid-level winds are pretty decent. What's a little interesting to me here is also like I said, just how much moisture we're getting from this storm system. You can see all of those dew point temperatures. You see the dew points rising all across like the Midwest, which, like I said, the dew points are very important for how much moisture they hold. So, for example, here, the higher the dew point essentially is meaning the more moisture that the atmosphere in the lower levels can hold. So we're measuring surface dew points. So we're measuring the dew points on the ground level. So pretty much the higher the value, the more moisture it can hold, or the atmosphere can hold. Because warmer air can actually hold more moisture than cooler air. So like I was saying with the warmer air there, obviously there's more potential. There's more moisture to be held in the air, in which obviously once that starts condensing, it could cause rapid condensing, which could really spark some of those storms to get them pretty nasty. But yeah, so like I said, this is kind of going to be a double system, y'all, from what the models are trending now. Like I said, you can kind of see here right now at the current moment, we actually do have that little frontal passage going through Florida like we were talking about, where we do have ourselves a severe warning. We'll hop to that real quickly just to show you. Like I was saying here, let's see here. Marvin! Dude! I just got a $5 donation coming in from Marvin on Cashapp, dude. Thank you so much, Marvin. I appreciate that, dude. You absolutely rock, man. Thank you so much, Marvin. You did not have to do that, my friend. Yeah, let's hop over here. But Marvin, thank you, dude. I appreciate that. That you don't realize how much that helps out. So big thank you, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, so we do have the little frontal passage rolling through. We do have a severe warning. Like I said, we're not expecting severe weather tonight, but it's just kind of a freak thing going on there. But yeah, so if you live in Florida like me, keep it out there, central southern Florida. We're going to see a little frontal passage. It's not going to be anything too wild, so there's no reason to freak out or panic or anything like that. It's not going to be anything concerning. Just typical Florida thunderstorm, really, is about all to expect tonight here. But yeah, so then we hop back over here to the models and stuff like that. Brooklyn! Oh my gosh, you guys, dude, I am so thankful for you guys. Thank you so much for the people who donate. Dude, Brooklyn... Now coming up with a $5 donation saying, thank you for streaming tonight. Let's see, I have a hard time lately. My friend said me things. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. I'm sorry to hear that, Brooklyn. Thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate it. And I hope everything gets better with you, my friend. Honestly, like I said, I'm sorry to hear that. But I truly hope that gets better soon. But thank you so much, Brooklyn. Marvin, you guys, both y'all, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Really appreciate it. Y'all help keep me going. Help pay for the programs and stuff like that. So seriously, for the people who have supported us, thank you. Even the people just hanging out with us, honestly, thank you all for being here. I truly do appreciate it. And obviously, like I said, we'll do what we can do to help you guys be weather aware and all that stuff and all that. So, but yeah, so like I was mentioning here, we do have that frontal passage, that little dip in the jet stream, just a little low, rolling through. And then, like I was saying here, as we work our way into Thursday, pretty much here for pretty much late Thursday overall, we do get ourselves that other system that builds up where we start to get some instability rolling in for pretty much the afternoon going into the evening of Thursday, which, like I was saying here, is going to put some of these areas at risk for severe weather. So we'll definitely need to, just be a little extra cautious across those regions there. No reason to panic, no reason to freak out. So, like I said, don't you guys lose your minds or anything like that. It's going to be okay. We'll get through this. Like I said, we got through many other events here in the past, and we'll get through this one as well. Crystal, thank you for the $2 Cash App donation. Holy cow, you guys. Dude, thank you guys so much. Crystal, thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate it. That is awesome, Crystal. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, so like I was saying here, though, is Thursday we're going to need to watch out there for. And of course, rolling our way over here into Friday. Personally, I think Friday is going to be the bigger day. It will be the bigger day, I should say. So we'll need to be a little cautious on Friday as well. Like I said, we have enough instability to, potentially cause a bit of severe weather. Out there towards the Midwest, like the Southern Plains and in some of those regions there. As of now, like I was mentioning, though, from the SPC, this is the actual outlook for Friday, which you can actually see here that we have ourselves like central eastern Oklahoma, central eastern Kansas, eastern Nebraska, central southern Iowa, like northwestern Illinois, portions out there by like central and northern Missouri. and like northwestern Arkansas, big 15% risk area. Like I was mentioning, though, as of right now for Saturday, while severe weather will likely occur here, while severe weather will likely occur, as of now, the Storm Prediction Center does not have a risk for Saturday. Okay, so as of now, it's currently for Thursday and Friday, but it will go into Saturday more than likely. Because like if we hop back over here to the models and all that fun stuff, you can see, so this is Friday, and as we work our way into Saturday, obviously the morning, there's that cap that builds in, prevents any thunderstorms really, and then you can see widespread cap breakage and a big margin of instability available here for the evening of kind of afternoon and evening of Saturday, which you can see here that for Saturday there is a lot of instability, and some of that thunderstorm energy or potential energy, we should say, could even work its way up there towards like the upper Midwest, way up there towards like Wisconsin maybe. So there could be a bit of storm activity going on out there as well. And like I was saying, with the wind shear and stuff like that, I mean, the winds, they're not too bad, actually. They should support some organization, of these thunderstorms, and unfortunately, also should support the potential for some supercells, some potential tornadic activity. I hate to say that, but it is a possibility from what it looks like with those lower level winds increasing like that, and that that wind directional change. Our mid-level winds here for Saturday are actually fairly weak. I'm not going to lie with you. Our mid-level winds are not that strong, as you can actually see here. We're talking maybe about like 30, upwards of 40 knots, maybe some near 50 in some areas. The mid-level winds are not that strong, but our lower-level winds are pretty decent. So, like I said, we'll have to just see how the models continue to handle this, and continue to see how they progress and kind of display the information over time. We'll just have to watch that. That's actually out of that second system we were talking about, that second trough that rolls through. You can see the second trough rolling through here for basically Sunday. Get another low pressure system kicking up, and before that we have this guy right here. So it's kind of a double trough activity going on here, double low. Which is just going to kind of create this area of severe weather for the next couple of days across the Midwest. So, like I said, just a bit of a heads up towards the Midwest and a lot of these areas here. Just keep an eye on it. Once again, don't freak out about it. Don't panic over it. It'll be okay. Like I said, we'll get through this, and I know it looks a little scary, which given the way the models are talking right now, but like I said, we'll get you through it. I'll keep you guys updated on it. I will continue to... Actually, we'll do coverage as well. Whenever the time comes for severe weather, the day of, we'll do coverage for you guys in order to help keep you guys weather aware and stuff like that, so you guys can know what to expect and all that stuff. So, like I said, just know that we'll be there for you guys. Just keep that in mind, and know that you're not alone here, okay? So once again, it does look like, once again, the beginning of severe weather. Like I said, if you guys are just joining here, for basically Thursday, kind of late Thursday, we could get ourselves a bit of severe weather out there. The models are kind of pointing towards a bit of severe weather towards kind of these regions here, up there in like Texas and like Oklahoma and portions of Kansas. Once again, the Storm Prediction Center, as of right now, we do have a risk here for Thursday. Okay, this is for late Thursday, so the yellow areas is in the risk area. So for Thursday, these areas in yellow need to be weather aware, need to be watching out for the weather, okay, because we're going to see the potential for some severe weather out there. Let's see here. Let me grab a sounding. I know most of the environment here is pretty capped out, which means that like there is a blanket in our atmosphere that's trying to prevent storms from happening. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'm going to grab a sounding in that little break there, just to kind of see what's going on here. I might just have to grab a capped sounding here. Let's see here. A bit of a spread in our dew point and ambient temperature in our surface. Our lower level winds aren't anything super strong. There could be a brief tornado, but it would most likely be weak given a sounding like that. Let me try another one. This one's going to be capped out. I mean, there's not really much I can do. The model's just kind of showing a big capped environment here. There you go. There's your cap and inversion right there. But, I mean, yeah, lower level winds aren't anything super, super crazy either with this event from what it looks like. That will increase, though, overnight, but at that point, the cap's only going to get stronger. So there's just not really much I can really say about that. But for Friday, Friday, I think that's where things are going to really pop off there. I think Friday is going to be like the bigger of the days, Friday and Saturday probably. So you can see for Friday we get the cap breakage. We got Texas, portions of Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas. Some of you guys included there in that. In which you can also see that instability does manage to work its way up there towards the Midwest as well. Like I said, our lower level winds there, you can see they're pretty strong here. But it's a little offset from our instability. See, our instability is kind of on the far western side of those stronger winds. Which I'm going to grab a sounding here. So we're going to grab a sounding for the afternoon of Friday. So Friday afternoon here in eastern Kansas, just to kind of see. We're going to full screen this as well for you guys, just to kind of get a better view of what things are looking like here. Once again, I don't expect you guys to know what these things mean exactly. Like I said, the models are kind of a little complex. The soundings are a little complex for an average folk. So anyways, but yeah, so okay, so in our lower atmosphere we do have that change in wind direction, the slight change to the northeast there with altitude. There is a little bit of a curvature. Not the best sounding, honestly, really not the best sounding to grab, but definitely could support some severe weather. Let's see here. Obviously we do have ourselves a bit of a bit of damaging wind potential. Maybe just a bit of damaging wind potential. Also, some hail could not be ruled out there. Actually, we have some pretty big past hail events with this similar sounding like that. That's definitely pretty interesting. We're gonna grab one in Oklahoma here. So actually, you know what? No, let's grab one in Iowa, because that's where you're gonna have your strongest winds to instability ratio is next to that surface low. So also, once again, not the best sounding to grab, but we do have ourselves a slight change in that wind direction with altitude. Enough to get some severe weather, of course. But I honestly, in this environment, once again, taking this with a grain of salt, as it should be. You shouldn't take this super seriously right now. But it could be in the low end side of tornadoes and stuff like that. So, like I said, that's good. We're not seeing any big tornadoes as of right now from a sounding like that. So that could just support a couple lower end scale type of stuff. Like I was mentioning, guys, and so here's for Friday, and actually, like I was saying, Saturday looks more widespread, actually, regarding severe weather. As we get that second trough to start rolling through, you can actually see here that this whole area here, now some of it's capped out, of course, but this whole area here, there's instability in the atmosphere, right? So that's basically setting us up for thunderstorms, in which, some of these regions definitely could be seeing some, strong to severe thunderstorm activity out there for basically late Friday. Lower level winds here will be increasing as the night goes on for Saturday night into Sunday morning. The low level winds will be increasing, but the cap will be starting to get heavier. So storms, I don't know. Like I said, at that point, we're just going to have to wait for the mid-range models and stuff like that to come in, because taking very, very fine details is a little much right now. But of course, given the storm system here, it's pretty decent. We have that double trough. The first low develops here for basically Thursday into Friday. Then the second low develops here basically from Saturday into Sunday. So it's like a double whammy here of severe weather. So we'll definitely just need to be watching out there for that. Once again, we are looking like an active time period for a lot of these areas. Honestly, just as a general area of heads up, roughly these areas here should be watching out for severe weather in the next week or so. So if you live out there, if you know anybody in this area I circled, once again, roughly, we'll need to watch out for severe weather activity here coming up for basically, like I was saying, Thursday and the Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it looks like we're going to have severe weather all those days. So we'll definitely need to keep an eye on it. Let's hop over to Euro. Let's hop over to the European model, see what we got going on here. So let's see where they compare now. So here is the ECMWF, the European model. So pretty much the same exact story here is what the the GFS was showing here. So let's see here. So basically, as we work our way over here into, let's see here. Okay, you can see some of the storms starting to develop in those little pockets there. So as we approach our way into the afternoon of 27th, which is Saturday. This is for Saturday. There could be some there could be some storms, maybe severe weather actually, that could work its way up there. You know, obviously the models, you know, do show that kind of rolling through some of those regions there with enough instability to get things going. Let's grab one in eastern Missouri just to kind of take a look here and see what it shows. Slight veering wind shear pattern there. Okay, definitely enough instability to get some storms rolling. Okay, so yeah, I mean, there could definitely be a bit of severe weather out in some of those regions there, like Missouri too. Let's go back a little bit, actually. So yeah, Thursday, instability starts really building in here. You can see Thursday, and Friday develops. Yeah, Friday's going to be a little more active than Thursday from what it looks like. So, let's see here. TMC says, I have a question. How can I contact you? We have our Discord. It's down in the description. Let's see here. What's up, Storm Chaser Live? Hope you're doing good. Is Missouri expecting tornadoes? Like I said, we'll have to watch it, but there could be a bit of tornadic activity coming up for later for this week into the weekend, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll definitely need to be looking out there for it. You know, because like I was saying, models, they do show a bit of widespread instability, which lower level winds, you know, 40 knots could support a couple tornadoes, you know, especially with that veering wind shear pattern we were talking about there. It could definitely support a couple naders. I mean, looking at the photographs, like look at that photograph there. I mean, it's just kind of a bit of a cap, but obviously with daylight heating, that'll increase. But yeah, it's just a little bit interesting, a little concerning, but you know, we'll watch it, of course. Once again, don't freak out, guys. Don't panic. It'll be okay. We'll get through this. I promise you. Let's see here. Highlight where I think there could be the most tornadoes. So Marcus, honestly, like I said, at this point, I think the greatest potential where those tornadoes could develop is right on the edge of those, or just to the east of that, those surface lows, or those troughs that we have there. So like I was saying, we have two systems developing. You know, the first one, once again, between Thursday and Friday, you can see really kicking up that lower level jet there. Then that system rolls through the Midwest. And of course here for, like I was saying, so there's the first system, and then the second system develops here for basically Saturday and a Sunday. So it's kind of a double low you can kind of see there developing overall. Let's see here. Let's see here. The hail and rock. Let's see, the videos are crazy. Flashes. Wow. Holy cow. That's crazy. You know, that's actually another thing we need to watch out for this event here too is hail. So it will be likely a triple threat. It will likely be a triple threat. Damaging winds, hail, and unfortunately some tornadoes. Let me bring up supercell composite. Just kind of highlights kind of where the best ratio between like instability and, you know, wind shear mostly just kind of overlaps here overall, which, you know, like I was saying, it's going to be a multi-day event here. You know, once again for the Midwest out there, just a little interested in watching these areas over here. Yeah, especially out there by like Missouri, Kansas, East Kansas. I would definitely watch out there for it because, you know, with those two systems, it's not just going to be one day of severe weather, but it's going to be like 2 or more days of severe weather here. Because, like I said, we get that first trough to develop that first low, brings up instability, increases wind shear, could allow for severe weather, and then that second system following shortly after that. So, yeah, we'll need to watch. Let's see here. Is there a good chance to see tornadoes around Tulsa? Let's see here. Let me zoom in a little further here. So obviously, as we work way down here in time, there will definitely be the potential for some thunderstorms, but will they be tornadic? I mean, we do got a pretty strong lower level jet here. Let me grab a sounding for near Tulsa. This is for Friday, by the way. This is for kind of the afternoon, evening, going into Friday. And I mean, yeah. So given a sounding like this, yes, there could be some tornadic activity. Curvature to a photograph there. You know, there's that veering wind shear pattern there. We're talking about lower level winds. You know, gradually increasing with altitude. Obviously, like I said, the wind speed's increasing with altitude, and the wind direction changing with altitude as well. So that change, helicities definitely could support some tornadoes. I don't think it would be anything violent per se, but it could be, a couple of tornadoes possible. So we'll have to watch out for Friday. It definitely does look like a good potential. Let's see here. Yeah, and then of course, like I said, we work way over here into Saturday there. Saturday could host another day worth of severe weather, but you can see widespread instability. But the models, or the GFS anyway, shows a big cap for a lot of places. So we'll see. We'll have to wait for like mid-range, like the NAM model to come through and all that. Let's see here. What about Milwaukee, Wisconsin? So, yeah, like we were actually mentioning here, the models, believe it or not, do show some of that instability, or that thunderstorm juice, we'll call it, actually building up near Wisconsin. So, yeah, here for Saturday. Saturday, there could be a shot for maybe a bit of severe weather. Let me check on both models. Obviously, I don't want to be biased to one model, so let me grab a sounding real quickly, and I'll grab one from the Euro as well. Not as confident up here regarding severe weather as of now. There's a bit of a mid-level cap there, it's going to struggle. It's going to barely get through there, but yeah, I mean, the environment could definitely support a little bit of that activity going on there. Let's see here, Robert, dude, coming with a $5 super chat, man. Thank you so much, Robert. Appreciate it, man. Saying, I'm supposed to film an outdoor race Saturday in Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth. Races 4 to 10. Day is Sunday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. How's it looking? Okay, so you said for Saturday between 4 and 10. Okay, gotcha. Well, thank you, man, dude. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. Okay, so for Saturday. So yeah, as we work way over here into Saturday, honestly, so yeah, this would be between the afternoon. So right here, the models, there is a lot of available instability. So there is energy in the atmosphere for thunderstorms, okay? I would say that there's a potential for some thunderstorms, maybe some severe weather if that cap can break. Let's see here. I mean, obviously, I think, yeah, so Friday we're definitely having severe weather. I know you didn't mention Friday, but you mentioned Saturday. Friday we'll likely have some severe weather. Saturday, the environment could support it. Your greatest potential would probably be more towards the evening. Obviously, it's a bit far-fetched. I mean, because if I was to grab a sounding, we'll grab one right here between Dallas and Fort Worth for you, just to kind of sample the atmosphere here between the GFS, just to kind of see where we're at. Yeah, so you see this little area here. This is what we call a capping inversion, which is basically like a wall, an invisible wall that prevents thunderstorms from developing, right? So you want that wall to be broken for the storms to rise. So we got this rising column of air, it stops because there's that wall. If the wall is not there, those thunderstorm would continue to rise until it reaches upper atmosphere. Now, yeah, with that wall being there, it's not going to allow for hardly any storms. Now, I will mention this model has not really been the best for determining how strong that wall, the cap, will be. Given the fact that this is 140 plus hours out, there is still things that can change until we reach there. Like I said, once again, like the NAM model, the mid-range models do not reach out this far yet. This is just all strictly relying on, basically the long-range models. Now, here's something I'm going to do for you, though, my friend. Once again, thank you so much, Robert. I appreciate it, dude, for the support. Honestly, thank you so much, man. And here's what I'm going to do for you as well. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the European model, the ECMWF. This is another long-range weather model. This is, of course, the European model, in which, yeah, we'll work way over here towards Saturday, like you said. See, for basically late Saturday. Okay, so yeah, you can see both models do support instability. So there is going to be an unstable atmosphere for Saturday for the time of your photo shoot. Whenever it comes to it, though, determining if that cap will break is still unknown. Let me grab a sounding near Dallas, Fort Worth. We'll just grab a view here. Okay, so this model also does show a bit of a cap. You can kind of see it right there. There's a little bit of a capping inversion. So Storms, as of now, looks like they're going to struggle. They might have a hard time developing, but somewhere in there could be a break in the cap in which some thunderstorms could develop. Bottom line, summary, thunderstorms, the atmosphere supports thunderstorms. It does. But there is one factor that's holding it back. So as of now, it's kind of unknown, really. So we'll just have to see. Yeah, remind me if you can. I'm gonna be updating you on this here day after day until we get obviously to the event. I'm gonna be here for you to help you out there. But yeah, just like shoot me another message like tomorrow whenever I go live, and the day after, and we'll be able to work out some more mid-range models. I think probably day after tomorrow it'll be a lot better to look at. But anyways, dude, thank you so much, man, for the 5. I appreciate it, Robert. Thank you, dude. You absolutely rock, my friend. That is very, very sweet of you. All right, let's see here. Marcus says cap is when the red line goes over the white line. Let's see. Let me grab a cap sounding then show you. Yeah, pretty much. So we're going to follow this line here. So if your temperature is to the left-hand side of that white dotted line, this is instability. So that gap between your temperature, which is the red line, and that yellow, or sorry, not yellow, where am I get yellow from? The white there, that is instability. That is all CAPE. That's our thunderstorm fuel. So you can see that there's a good amount of instability from about 3 kilometers up to 12 kilometers. Also a little bit of instability right here as well. And whenever that line goes to the right-hand side of the dotted white, that means that there is actually negative buoyancy, which means the air sinks down, which, that rising air from a thunderstorm that's trying to rise up comes in contact with that negative buoyancy, that air that's sinking, and kind of cancels out motion. So I don't know if that made sense to you guys or not, but yeah. Let's see here. So we want a cap on Friday. Yeah, I mean, a cap would definitely be good in preventing storms from happening. That would be definitely awesome. Let's see here. Can I do a sounding for Kansas City, Missouri on Friday? Yeah, I could do that for you. Let me bring back up GFS for you here. So this is for Friday, 21 Zulu. We'll go ahead and grab one over here. Pretty decent amount of instability available. Pretty good amount. Okay, so sounding like this, there is no cap here, so the storm should be able to freely convect, freely rise, so that rising column of air will continue to rise until it reaches the EL, or the equilibrium level, which is at the point where you get unstable air to stable air above. So basically that's where the top of your thunderstorm is going to roughly be. So yeah, thunderstorms will convect here. Lower level winds are pointing, let's redraw that. Low-level winds are pointing relatively north-northeast, and we do have a slight wind direction change as we go up in altitude with enough helicity to potentially support some rotating thunderstorms we call supercells. I think there could be a bit of tornadic activity coming up here for the region. It's definitely possible. Hail could be a problem too. Maybe some mild damaging winds, maybe some like marginalized damaging winds, like 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts out of some storms. Possibly some significant hail, actually. Hail and some isolated tornadoes, I'd say, is kind of a potential issue. But we'll see that. Let's see here. Marcus says, "Can I do a sounding for Abilene, Texas?" Yeah. Yeah, let me figure out where Abilene is. I always forget where Abilene is. Is this Abilene? Oh, I guess I didn't forget. Yeah, let me grab one. You said for when? For Thursday. Yeah, so a lot of this is capped out for Thursday. Let's see. We're gonna wing it. We're gonna grab a little sounding here. Just know that a lot of the atmosphere will be capped out here probably for Thursday. Given model guidance like through GFS and ECMWF. Ooh, yeah, I don't like those lower levels. Okay, so yeah, the winds are not very strong. That's good news, actually. So, yeah, a couple severe thunderstorms definitely could be a possibility. Maybe an isolated tornado. If storms can fire there. Maybe a little bit of hail. We got some pretty steep lapse rates in our mid levels. That could definitely support some hail growth. Hail could be a thing. Honestly, mostly hail is probably the main concern out of a sounding like this. What I don't like is how far your spacing is between your, between your red ambient temperature line and your green dew point line. That is showing us that we have pretty low humidity, which obviously higher humidity, the more moisture content there is in the atmosphere. You want that humidity to be pretty high to support, all that water vapor getting up to the upper atmosphere. It's pretty capped out. It's a little capped out there in that general region. You are at risk. I believe Abilene is just shy of that risk. Abilene would be an area to keep an eye out there for. So we'll take it day by day. I don't think, the models, they don't even get into Thursday. They barely get into Thursday morning, like right around midnight, a little after midnight is whenever the last frame of the mid-range model. So we're not quite to mid-range support yet. That's going to take another day or two before we start getting a lot more support from, like, said mid-range models and stuff. Let's see. Hank says, I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada, heading to Houston, Texas, to see my friend Landon. Should I prepare? Let's see here. So, you said for Houston? You're leaving to go to Houston, Texas from Las Vegas. Houston, Texas. So, you didn't mention what time... You didn't really mention what time you're going there. Houston... Here, let's see here. There could be some storms on Friday. Maybe late Friday... I mean, really, Friday, maybe Saturday, Sunday, maybe. But like I said, there's a big cap in place there, so it's like, will storms fire off? I mean, honestly, who knows? I mean, we'll see. Houston will be under the gun for a few storms. I mean, like I said, there's going to be energy in the atmosphere to support. Holy cow, dude. Robert. Coming in with a $20 super chat. Hold on one second. But yeah, no, there will be enough instability to support storms. It's just a matter of if that cap breaks or not. Dude, Robert. Oh my gosh. Coming in here with a $20 super chat, man. Let's see here. Really appreciate going in depth and for the cap explanation. Friday in Dallas from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Also Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Friday to Sunday. Travel days for me. Keep it up. I'm a business owner and consider... you want to, dude, honestly, thank you, Robert. That's just awesome, dude. You absolutely rock, man. Okay, so let's see here. So you said Friday in Dallas from 5 to 10 p.m. Friday. Okay, so yeah, Friday. Okay, yep. So you can see here, Friday, this is right around kind of early afternoon. Okay, so the storms will be rolling through around the afternoon to the evening on Friday. There's not a cap here for Friday, actually, across like Dallas. So storms should be able to fire. I'm going to grab a sounding just to kind of sample the atmosphere here for you, just to kind of see what we're talking about. Robert, you don't realize how thankful I am, dude, for that. I thank you so much for the super chat, dude. You absolutely rock, my friend. Okay, so yeah, storms should be able to convect. There's a bit of an odd, dry, mid-level atmosphere here. Anyways, damaging winds, I think, could be an issue. I think it could be, not too sure on this, but it could be a long line of storms, like a linear storm system. So a long line of storms rolling through, with damaging winds being the main concern. Tornadoes, the atmosphere could favor an isolated tornado or two, but I don't think that's going to be your main problem with the sounding like this. I think, once again, your main problem is actually probably going to be hail and damaging winds. I think it's going to go from order from greatest to least, from damaging winds, hail, to tornadoes. So that's what I think. So, like I said, obviously the models, they're a little iffy. Let me try another model run. Let's try the ECMWF here. Let's see. So this is you said for Friday. So we'll go to 18 Zulu. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a sounding, roughly somewhere up there in northeastern Texas here. Okay, so this environment here could support some tornadoes according to the European model. So that there is a potential tornadic variable here to Friday. So we'll keep an eye out there for that. A couple of tornadoes can't be ruled out. Let's see. There's a lot of instability in the atmosphere. Pretty good. They got that veering lower level wind shear. You can see the winds, they're changing directions in our lower atmosphere, going from the north in our lower atmosphere, changing to the northeast as we go up. That change in wind speeds and wind directions can create that spin in the lower atmosphere. DCAPE, So that's our downward energy. So that could support some gusty winds, of course, and hail. Once again, it does seem like an all hazards potential, Robert, so we'll keep an eye on it. You also want me to take a look at Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Let me figure out. I know where Iowa's at. Cedar Rapids. Okay, so kind of eastern Iowa. From Friday to Sunday. Gotcha. Friday to Sunday. Okay, so for Friday, honestly, not enough support from the models right now. And let's see here, Saturday. Okay, yeah, so Sunday, yeah, probably late Sunday would be your best shot for some storms. Also, probably Saturday too. Yeah, there is enough instability. It's once again just down to the point if that cap breaks, you can kind of see those, how it's kind of more grayed out. That's basically telling us that it's, there's a capping environment there. But yeah, the colors show where the cap breaks. Yeah, so as we work our way over here into late Sunday, you can kind of see that cap breaks there. Let me grab a sounding right there towards Cedar Rapids there. We're just going to grab one. So this is for late Sunday. We'll see. But I do think that the threat could carry on in from maybe Saturday going into Sunday. Okay, so wind shear could support some tornadoes. Let's see here. Some damaging wind gusts and hail, not as much, but there could be a little bit of hail out of a storm like that. So I think it probably goes from, damaging winds, tornadoes to hail kind of being the main concern there. Yeah, so we'll watch out there for that. So that's for pretty much late Sunday going on overall there. And let's see here, late Saturday. Yeah, probably a little iffy. I'm not really too confident on Saturday. If any of the days were to happen, it'd be for Sunday, my friend. Would be for Sunday. But once again, dude, thank you so much, man, for the $20 super chat, dude. That is just very, very, very nice of you. Very much appreciated and very, very supportive. So thank you, dude. I appreciate that. And if there's anything I can help you with, man, please feel free to let me know. I'm glad to be here with you. But thank you so much, dude. That is very nice of you. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll down here to the chat. We're gonna pick up where we left off here. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and go down here. I'm just gonna scroll down the bottom here. Let's see, Haley. Okay, I would keep an eye on for Friday, Haley. Friday definitely could support a few storms out there towards Kansas City. Here for Friday. This is for kind of late Friday here. We do have some pretty decent lower level winds out there. Pretty good amount of instability. We're gonna grab a sounding right over Kansas City here, basically for the afternoon going into the evening of Friday. And okay, so given this sounding like this, yeah, it's a triple concern, triple threat. Could be a couple tornadoes, a couple isolated tornadoes. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe a bit of hail too. Hail seems to be a pretty decent concern on a sound. I think hail following damaging winds, then tornadoes would be kind of a concern for that. But yeah, no, I definitely would keep an eye on it. Yeah, we do have that veering wind shear there. Yeah, so we'll definitely watch it. There could be a couple spin ups. Not trying to scare you, but yeah, there could be a little bit of tornadic activity out there by Kansas City for basically the afternoon into the evening of Friday. Let's see here. Everett says, what day is looking the biggest day for Springfield, Missouri? Let's see here. Okay, so honestly, okay, it's interesting because so for Sunday, there's a lot of instability available. There's a lot of instability available over for kind of afternoon, evening of Sunday. This is for Sunday. Let me grab a sounding here real quickly. We'll just quickly look and see what we got going on out there. Should take this lightly. Like I said, we're getting a little far down in time here. Let's see. Okay, so there could be kind of an all hazards threat here too. Pretty steep lapse rates there. Wow. 8.4 degrees Celsius change over a kilometer. That's actually pretty steep. Anyways, so yeah, we'll have to watch out for Sunday. Saturday, yeah, cap looks mostly broken. There could be a little bit of a cap in some areas. I would watch out there for for Saturday, late Saturday as well. For Friday, also would keep an eye on it. I think between the days, I think Saturday and Sunday would be the best day for severe weather, honestly. Let's see here. Jared says Austin, Texas is 58 degrees. Crazy. Thanks, sir. No problem, man. Glad to help out. You're welcome, Haley. No problem. Dawn says, what about Cincinnati? So models, they do support the instability getting up there towards the upper Midwest and portions of the Ohio Valley. As of now, though, I'm not confident on severe weather for Cincinnati. While the models barely show a little bit of instability working its way out there towards Cincinnati, honestly, I really do not think that we're going to have really that big of a shot for severe weather in the next couple of days. So I'm going to go ahead and say not really a big concern as of now for Cincinnati. Is Minnesota going to get anything? So Minnesota very well could. Very well could. It depends on the position of these low-pressure systems. So first of all, we get that first low that rolls through here, kicking its way up there. Depends on the position. If it's a lot higher up north, it could, obviously, like I said, it could allow for some storm ingredients to work its way up there. For that second storm here, honestly, I don't know. It's kind of a hard thing to be told. If Minnesota is, it's going to be on the southern side. But once again, it's still a little iffy. Let's see here. Robert saying, hello, sir. Still here in St. Louis Hospital. Hope you're doing good, man, Robert. Hope everything's going well with you. I heard they had 9 confirmed tornadoes last Thursday. Let's see here. What did you hear? Anything coming up with both St. Louis and Springfield, where I'm from? Yeah, we were actually live for that. That was a pretty active day. I think we had a 5% chance for tornadoes, and we ended up it wasn't that large of a 5%. We had over a half a dozen of tornadoes, which that was considered a regional tornado outbreak. It was pretty nasty that night. Also had some damaging winds roll through southern Illinois and Indiana and stuff. That was a little nasty. Anyways, man, once again, I hope you're doing good, though. So it does look like between Springfield and St. Louis here for Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, we could watch out for some storms. Still watching the possibility for Sunday. There could be some more storm out there towards Springfield, maybe St. Louis. We'll see. Probably a better chance towards Springfield there for Sunday. Considering the model has a pretty steep cap in effect for St. Louis there for Sunday. Models do change, though. Models do change, in which we'll have to just keep an eye on it overall. Yeah, like I said, honestly, I think your best shot regarding severe weather is probably going to be there for Saturday. So we'll keep an eye on it. Let's see here. You're welcome, Everett. No problem. No problemo. Let's see. Goatman says nothing. Little Rock, Arkansas. So Little Rock. Well, Arkansas, I would keep an eye out there for severe weather. Just saying. First day of storms. Let's see here. Could be there for maybe Friday, maybe late Friday. It could be a couple storms. Honestly, your best shot for severe weather would probably be for late Saturday. Could carry into Sunday as well. Monday actually as well, even maybe. But at this point, like I was saying, at this point in time, we're getting pretty far down in La La Land. It gets a little iffy there. Anyways. Let's see. Let me see. Jared says I missed the Texas report, but all good. I'm sure you'll be on a day or so. I watch. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'll be live again tomorrow, day after tomorrow, working our way up to the severe weather event, and of course the day of the event we're gonna do some coverage for you guys. That way we'll be able to, like I said, keep you guys informed with active weather and stuff like that that's going on. Haley, it's not sure if it'll be enhanced. We don't really know enough right now to consider its convective scale. But yeah, let's see. Let me see here. Robert says, okay, thank you, sir. You're an amazing guy with great knowledge. We appreciate you. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Let's see. Dallas, Texas, any storms anytime soon? Yeah, so we got to watch out for Dallas. We'll keep an eye out for Dallas. So the day regarding severe weather will probably be late Friday. Friday could continue into Saturday. There's a pretty steep cap in some areas, which could prevent some storms from firing, given the models. Let's see. I think Friday, Friday and Sunday. Friday and Sunday is probably going to be your best shot. But Saturday can't be ruled out. Like I said, we'll just have to see the mid-range models. Whenever we get a little closer to the event, the models usually break up a bit and start to really kind of give us a better idea of what it's going to look like. But there will be instability available for severe weather between Friday and Sunday. So multiple days worth of severe weather is a possibility. Because we got 2 troughs coming up. Got 2 low-pressure systems kicking up here. Let's see here. Jared says, man, love your positivity. You're always, you're awesome, brother. Always so happy. Well, thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Like I said, I'm just really happy to be able to do this. This is just kind of what I really just kind of dreamed. I mean, this is my dream job. YouTube, I've always loved YouTube. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. I've always loved weather. And being able to do both of those is awesome. It is amazing. And, it's just, it's awesome. And I really can't thank you guys more than enough for allowing me to be here to help you guys out and for you guys to trust me with your weather. Like I said, I do the best I can. I might not be the best one out there, but I definitely will let you guys know the facts of the weather. I mean, like I said, we go off of SPC outlooks, official outlooks from the Storm Prediction Center. It's not like I make my crazy old outlooks. Forecasts, like if I do an extended forecast, that's just me doing an extended forecast. I mean, I could do that. But, making up these areas like some YouTubers do. Not mentioning names, I'm not starting any drama. But yeah, no, I keep it factual. I do keep it factual to you guys. And like I said, I'm just very grateful to be able to do this. I just love it. I love it very much. Let's see here. Joplin, Missouri for Friday night. So Friday night, I think, let's see here. So yeah, for Friday, honestly, whenever it comes to it, it's going to cut pretty close. So there is instability that does work its way towards Joplin. I'm going to grab a sounding. We're going to see what's going on out there. And we're going to take a look and see what we are looking at there. Okay, so a sounding out here for Joplin. More than likely, yeah, so we could see a little bit of gusty winds out of this. A couple isolated tornadoes, maybe. I'm kind of thinking this mode is going to be like a straight line, like a squall line. Or a QLCS, the fancy term for it. I think so. But I want to wait a bit before I make that assumption. Before, like I said, so we can get some more mid-range models in here. Let's see here. Jared says, I'll watch everyone on weather nerds like me. Hold on. I cannot read right. Watch everyone on on weather nerds like me. All of everyone. Not too much to name everyone, but you know your stuff and never asked for anything. Love it. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, on this channel, I'm not even doing sponsorships. There's other channels that do sponsorships. They're trying to sell you stuff. I don't do that. I'm not in it for the money. I mean, all I ask for, all I really want is to be able to live off of this, and that's it. Just enough to make it through, and to be able to do this. This is all I would ever want, honestly. But no, I'm not selling it. I'm not going to sponsor or anything like that. I'm not going to sell you all any products or anything like that, like other channels push. But yeah, the most I will tell you to do, if I ever tell you to buy something, it would be to buy a weather radio. That way you can get alerts. That's really all I'd ever ask. I wouldn't even give you a brand. I mean, just pick a weather radio to buy it, just for your safety. That's about all I'd ever ask. Let's see here. What threats are Dallas going to have? So Dallas, honestly, yeah, so like I said, we're watching severe weather coming up here for Friday, maybe Saturday, possibly going back into Sunday, because there's going to be instability available for severe weather all of those days. Really depends on, like I said, we'll have to get a little closer to the event before we can really start to fine-tune this. But it does look like a triple threat potential as we were measuring there. Some gusty winds, a couple tornadoes could be possible, and maybe a bit of hail too. I mean, Texas, they always get hail. Texas has some pretty wild hail, I will tell you that. Like I said, the hail in Texas can be pretty significant. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some monstrous hail develop out of Texas. Not saying it will be, but there will be a good shot for some hail, of course. Let's see. Ardmore, Oklahoma sounding. I don't know where Ardmore's at. Oh, there you go. Ardmore, southern side. Okay. Took me a minute to glance on it, but I found it. Okay, so for southern Oklahoma, this is for the afternoon on Friday. Let's see here. So there's, it's gonna be kind of close, but I think storms should be able to fire. Could be a couple isolated tornadoes, given that vertical, not vertical, but that vertical change in wind speeds and directions, I should say. That was kind of where I was going with that. But yeah, so vertical change in the wind profile, the veering we were talking about. Yeah, I mean, oh wow, damaging winds, I honestly think could be a pretty big issue for a sounding like this. D-Cape over 1,100, plus supporting our lower level jet there of about 40 knots. That could definitely bring some pretty strong wind gusts. I think damaging winds would be your main problem there. Maybe an isolated tornado. Hail could be an issue. I think that's probably going to be one of your last concerns, though. Either the middle of the last concern. I think your main problem for a sounding like that would be for damaging winds. Anyways, let's see here. Catlove says you need a couple monitors still. No. I got mine replaced, thankfully. It was a pretty penny, but I did get my monitors replaced. Of course, it happened during tax time, too. It's like, dude, that freaking killed me. Let's see here. Can I explain how a sound, what does everything mean? So I'm not going to go into full depth of what a sounding shows, but basically what it is it gives you a sample of the atmosphere to let you know the temperature, the humidity, the dew point throughout the entire atmosphere, the wind speed, the wind direction, just let you know all the weather credentials throughout the atmosphere. So let's break this up into two boxes here. I'm going to make this quick. I'm not going to go too far in depth with it. I'll probably do a separate live streamer video to actually, to break this down. This is called a skew T-plot right here. Skew T-plot. This basically measures the vertical change in temperatures, measures the vertical change in wind speeds, wind direction. This is your wind barb column. Basically measures your wind speeds, your wind direction at a given altitude. Here's your altitude list. Can be measured between pressure, so 300 millibars up to 100 millibars, and also has kilometers here too, if you want a direct measurement. So yeah, your green line's your dew point, red line's your temperature, blue line your parcel path, kind of where we're tracking here. So yeah, this is our skew T-plot. Once again, measures temperatures, all that stuff throughout the atmosphere, from ground to upper level. And then this is called a hodograph. So this basically plots your wind barbs. So basically what this is doing here is it's plotting the change in wind direction and wind speed. So for example, it's like a compass, north, south, east, and west. This is 10 knots, this is 20 knots, 30 knots, same thing, 10, 20, 30 knots. So this is northeast, so you can see we're starting here, so the winds are starting at about 25 knots, lower level. They're moving northeast, and they are increasing with winds. You can see going up to 40 knots here. The winds kind of even off for a little bit. But it's moving kind of east here, kind of changing. There's that veering I was talking about. So that's a skew T. This is skew T. This is the hodograph. All this gibberish down here is more of like a block of more specific ingredients and different like parameters and all that stuff. There's a lot of gibberish in here that I'm not going to get into right now. You can see how much instability you have in your atmosphere. If there's a cap in the atmosphere, basically your, the helicity. The helicity that basically measures your rotating updraft potential for tornadoes. Higher the number, the greater potential, and so on. I mean, there's D-Cape, measures your downdraft energy, that potential for damaging wind gusts in association with your lower level winds. There's just a lot of things, PW, precipitable water. Basically, I'm not going to get into that one, but it could, if you have low PW, it means that there could be some, some low precipitation supercells, or not just supercells, but thunderstorms, low precipitation thunderstorms. But anyways, we're not going to get any more into that. But yeah, that's just a little preview to soundings. I mean, it's very useful. It really just kind of lets you know, there if what's going on in the atmosphere for a given time. And also the weather balloons that you see people launch. Like I said, the weather balloons you see people launch, they observe the atmosphere in a sounding format. So, for example, if I go to observe soundings here, and we go to Storm Prediction Center, this is actually the observed sounding chart. So, look, see, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. But this one's observed. So that weather balloon that takes that little sensor up in the air, measures the temperature on the journey, measures the temperature going up, the dew point, humidity, the wind speed, the wind direction. They actually measure the wind speed and direction by how much the sensor moves around as it goes up, which is pretty cool. They don't have an anemometer on there. It's just kind of measuring the GPS location of it. But yeah, I mean, it's just, this one's the observed version of it, which, we can use the day of the event just to kind of take a look out there. For example, look at here. This is in Tampa near me. There's a lot of instability in the atmosphere for us because we had that little frontal passage kicking up some instability. But anyways, yeah, hopefully that helped a little bit. Hopefully it helped a little bit. Anyways, y'all, but yeah, we're going to probably head off here soon. Like I said, we're probably going to head off here pretty soon. I mean, like I said, we've been live for an hour and 15 minutes. Like I said, we're just here doing a little update for you guys. Tomorrow, we'll do the same thing. We'll hop back on here tomorrow. Not sure what time. Just depends on other things, other factors and stuff like that. Well, when I get up, my sleep schedules, I'm not going to lie with you, it's very bad right now. I'm basically a night owl at this moment where I'm up all night and I'm asleep most of the day. My sleep schedule's terrible. I need to fix that by the time we get to severe weather. Well, it depends on when I get up, obviously, when I go live tomorrow, and all that stuff. I'm going to try to get to bed earlier today so I can wake up earlier. But yeah. But all right, you guys. Well, I think we're going to roll off here. Once again, thank y'all for joining. Like he says, makes more sense to me now. Thanks, Andrew. No problem. No problem. Roser says, excellent overview of sounding, Andrew. Thanks. No problem. You're very welcome, y'all. Glad to help out. Of course. Deborah says, thank you so much. You are very welcome, my friend. You are very, very welcome. And like I said, if y'all have any final questions, as long as it's nothing too crazy before I head off here, feel free to let me know. Yeah, we'll head off here in about 5 minutes or so. What weather apps do I use? I use a collective of weather apps. We use GR2 Analyst, Radar Omega, WSV3. Use the whole barrage. Let's see here. Jared says, thanks, man. I watch you every time a notification. Thank you, dude. Appreciate the support, Jared. Let's see. Lucky says, isn't most of this supposed to be nocturnal? Some of it could be nocturnal. Yeah. I want to wait till the mid-range models come out before I really determine that because, the thing about long-range also is that they go by every 3 hours. So we skip every 3 hours or so. And like I said, once we get in the mid-range models, well, still kind of goes. Yeah, once we get to like I said, the short and mid-range models, we can get more specific into the timing frame. Is Omega my favorite? Probably not, honestly. I think GR2 Analyst. It's very simple, which is this program here for who's wondering. Yeah, it's good for radar analysis. Just depends on what I use it for, honestly. Yeah, see, yeah, long range is sketchy still. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I just want to wait till the mid-range and short-range models come through before we can really assume a time frame, for specific timing. But yeah. Let's see here. I still have 2 trucks covered up from the hail since last time here in Austin. We got so much actually. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's what I'm saying, man. Austin, not just Austin, but Texas in general, there can be some pretty strong or pretty large hail, I should say. It can be pretty severe. It can be. But anyways. All right, y'all. Well, we're going to go over our donations real quickly to the people who donated, just to say, once again, a big thank you to our donators. Once again, I really appreciate it, guys. And like I said, you guys help keep me able to or help keep me, what's the word for it? Help allow me to, there we go. Help allow me to do this, and, you know, actually be able to do this for my job. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. So a donation coming in from Mark, dude. Thank you so much, Mark. I appreciate. Thank you so much. Big shout out goes to Mark for the donation. Crystal, thank you for the 16-month member. Thank you, Brooklyn, for the donation. Thank you, Robert, for a pretty good amount of support today. Thank you, Robert. You absolutely rock, dude. Big shout out goes to Robert. Let's see here. Let me hop over to Cashapp. We did have a couple donations on Cashapp as well. I must say thank you to. We had Marvin coming in here with the Cashapp donation, and Crystal as well. Thank you so much, guys. Honestly, thank you all for the support. Like I said, you guys help keep me rolling, help keep my programs up and running. And like I said, seriously, thank you so much for all of that. I really appreciate it. And just for the people joining us too, you know, just hanging out with us, thank you just for being here. You know, I really appreciate it. And like I said, I'll be here to let you guys know what's going on with the weather, and I'll be able to let you guys know what's happening and all that stuff. So stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. Also, I wanted to mention to my folks who like to play games out there, we opened, if you know anybody, or if you play Gary's Mod, it's a game. I actually opened up a server, and it's pretty cool. So we can all hang out there. The server, go to our community page on YouTube if you want to check that out. If you're into Gary's Mod, not everybody's into gaming and stuff like that. I'm not really much of a gamer myself, but I did open up a server so that all of us can all hang out there in the game and storm chase and all that fun stuff. It's a pretty cool game. So consider that if you play that game, and it's there in the community page and all that information there. Also, our Discord down in the description. And all right. Let's see here. But all right, you guys. Well, once again, thank you all for joining us. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. We're going to go ahead and head off here, y'all. Once again, thank you guys. And we'll catch y'all tomorrow at some point regarding severe weather updates and all. All right, guys. Once again, thank you all for joining. You all have a wonderful rest of your night. You guys get some good rest. You guys have a great day at work tomorrow, school, whatever you're doing. And alrighty. You guys take care. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, my friends. Catch y'all later on.